So, I just saw the Fantastic Four first steps, and yeah, like everyone was hoping slash expecting, it was really good. But you know what else was really good? Superman. The thing with both of these movies is that they're similar, not just because they're both superhero movies released in July, but rather they're both, rather they're both the first movie in a new universe. Granted, Superman is setting up for a universe that will probably continue, while Fantastic Four is in a new universe under the MCU that we'll most likely never see again because Kevin Feige is pulling that plug. But both these films were great. But the real question is, which one was better? Superman. I'm not here to waste anyone's time. Fantastic Four did have amazing CGI, really fun and innovative action scenes that really utilize those new powers that we haven't seen on screen for such a long time, and they nailed the relationships of characters of the Fantastic Four. Johnny Storm isn't just this overly obnoxious teenager like how, in my opinion, Chris Evans portrayed him as, and the thing isn't super cartoony, but he isn't super realistic either. Yet they all remain in character and faithful to the comics, and they actually all have a really even and good amount of screen time. But the movie was what I expected, which isn't a bad thing at all. Again, it was great. It was really well organized, but it did move a little fast in the beginning. Also, on another side note, a lot of the scenes that really fleshed out the characters and their emotions were cut, like Johnny falling back from space when touching Silver Surfer's surfboard, or the Thing petting the dog after he came out of the water, or Sue's little "I'm right here" talk that we saw in the trailers, which I think really could have built so much. We did get a really good amount of character building, but still, the movie jumps right into the whole Franklin is born and Galactus is here, no plots very quickly, which aren't super bad things. It's just that this is exactly what I thought was going to happen. Again, I thought it was going to be fantastic, and it very much was. But Superman just threw so much of a curveball at me. While Fantastic Four managed to meet my high expectations, Superman completely blew whatever the bar was out of the water. And I should mention that I always try to go into new movies expecting nothing, or not nothing, but without expecting anything. But even looking back, whatever I would have expected to happen between the two, Superman completely exceeded it. Overall, amazing characters, literally one of the greatest portrayals of Superman ever, super faithful to the source material, and a bunch of interesting plots. My only real issue was that this movie was filled to the brim with stuff. The Justice Gang, the Bravia situation, the Pocket Dimension stuff, even Crypto. Yet it all comes into play in the plot, and none of it seems useless. Also, there weren't any loose ends by the end of the movie, which I really appreciated, because by the end, everything's wrapped up. It was a lot more impressive how Superman managed to organize all of it, while still making Superman himself be the main focal point. It's not like movies like The Batman, where Batman is probably literally in every single frame of the movie. But still, Superman is the main point of every plot in the film. And again, it all makes sense. While Fantastic Four still had an interesting and faithful story, it didn't feel as risky or as impressive as Superman. I'm really bad at ending stuff like this, so I'll say this. Superman and Fantastic Four were both really good movies. Faithful, entertaining, interesting, and really heartfelt on so many levels. However, Superman succeeds at doing so much more with the story and characters compared to the Fantastic Four. Therefore, Superman better. This is the end. Subscribe.